Hey guys, what's going on? This is another video with your favorite health and fitness channel. And today we're talking about a very special topic, weight loss meal prep. But not just any meal prep. We're going over the best meal prep recipes for 2025, but specifically made for the US A edition SER. So the foods are easy to find, they're affordable, and they're going to help you lose weight fast. So today I am going to teach you how to make 3 different meals that you can eat throughout the week. It's a big time saver. You don't have to worry about making food. You can grab one of these containers and go. They ready to eat, and they gonna help you lose body fat in 2025. Let's dive right into it. The first thing you gonna do is head over to your local grocery store and grab some groceries. So I went to Walmart and I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff to make some great recipes. So before we even talk about the recipes, let me talk about why meal prep works. It really comes down to 3 things. No, 1, you control calories. When you make your own food at home, you know exactly what ingredients are going into your meal, so you can measure out the portions. You can pick the right oils and the right seasonings, and make sure you stay within a certain calorie range. No, 2, it saves you time. This is huge because a lot of people struggle with making time to cook. What is cool about these recipes is you going to be able to make them in less than 30 minutes. So that way you do and have an excuse that you do and have enough time to make your food. Last but not least, no. 3, you avoid last-minute junk food. Have you ever gotten off work, you're hungry, you don't have anything in your fridge, so you order some takeout or you go to the drive-thru? If you have your own food ready to go, you never have to go down that road again. So that's why these recipes are so important. All right, so let's start off with our first meal, which is sweet potato chicken bowls. Here are the ingredients that you're going to need. 1 pound of chicken breast, 1 large sweet potato, 1 bag of steamed broccoli. For the seasoning, I like to add paprika and garlic powder. Those are my 2 favorite seasonings. Of course, you can add salt and pepper if you want, but I personally don't use salt. All right, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is cook your protein. So go ahead, throw the chicken breast in the pan. We gonna cook this on medium heat, and we gonna season it with our seasoning of choice. Now, while the chicken is cooking, let's move on to the next ingredient, which is the sweet potato. Go ahead, peel that sweet potato, cut it up, throw it in the oven. Put it on 400 degrees and cook that sweet potato for about 20 minutes. While that's cooking, let's move on to the veggies. We're reusing broccoli for this recipe, and it is already steamed, so we don't have to do anything with that. Now check on your sweet potato. It should be soft by now. So go ahead, take it out, put it in a bowl and mash it up. Once the chicken is cooked through, go ahead and cut it up, throw it on top of the sweet potato and mix it all together. Next, we're going to plate it up and add the broccoli on top. Remember, each meal should have 1 serving of protein, 1 serving of carb, and 1 to 2 servings of veggies. In this case, we're only adding 1 serving of veggies because we're using a lot of broccoli. But if you wanted to add more veggies, you could always do that. Now that we've made the sweet potato chicken bowl, let's move on to the second recipe, which is going to be a peanut butter overnight oats. So the ingredients that you're going to need is 1 cup of oats, 1 ripe avocado, 1/2 cup of peanut butter, your preferred milk, vanilla extract, cinnamon, and water. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is grab a blender. You gonna pour 1/2 cup of oats in there and then the rest of the ingredients. Make sure you add in the milk. That's going to help blend everything together, and then just blend it all. Once it's blended, go ahead and transfer it to a container. Again, I'm using these meal prep containers. They're from Amazon. They're BPA free, they're dishwasher safe, and they're reusable. So once you have it all transferred, go ahead and refrigerate overnight. Now when you're ready to eat it, you can grab it and take it with you. Just make sure you bring a spoon. Our third recipe is going to be a turkey veggie wrap. So the ingredients that you're going to need is 1 pound of ground turkey, 1 red bell pepper, 1 green bell pepper, 1 bag of spinach. And for the wrap itself, I'm using lettuce leaves. The reason why I'm using lettuce leaves is because they reload in calories and they a great substitute for a tortilla. So if you trying to cut back on carbs or you trying to lower your calorie intake, try using a lettuce leaf instead of a tortilla. Now let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is brown the ground turkey. Once it's fully cooked, go ahead and drain the excess fat. We don't want all that fat in our meal. Next, let's chop up our peppers. Throw them in the pan. We're going to lightly toast them, and then we're going to add the bag of spinach. We just want to wilt the spinach. It doesn't have to be fully wilted, just kind of wilted. Once it's wilted, go ahead and remove it from the pan. Now we're ready to assemble our wraps. So grab a lettuce leaf, add a scoop of the turkey and veggie mixture, roll it up, and that's it. It's a super simple, easy meal that's ready to go. All right, guys, so those are 3 awesome recipes that you can start implementing into your diet plan. As you saw, they're very easy to make. They're very affordable, and they're also very filling. So, you're not going to feel hungry after consuming any of these meals. Now that we have the recipes down, let's talk about portioning and storage. I prefer to use glass containers. I found that if you use plastic containers, sometimes there's chemicals that leach into your food. Plus, glass containers are easier to clean. So here's how you want to portion each meal. Every meal should have the following: 1 serving of protein, 1 serving of carbs, and 1 to 2 servings of veggies. The reason why I say 1 to 2 servings of veggies is because depending on how many veggies you use, the amount of servings will change. So for example, in the sweet potato chicken bowl, we used a lot of broccoli, so we only needed 1 serving. But if you wanted to add more broccoli, you could do that. However, you would only count that as 1 serving of vegetables. So if you added a second serving of vegetables, it would count as 2 vegetable servings. Now, how long do these meals last? If you're storing them in the fridge, they should last about 5 days. But if you want to store them longer, you can always freeze them. Just make sure you take them out, defrost them, and then reheat them in the microwave. So I just showed you 3 amazing recipes. You can start implementing into your diet to help you lose body fat in 2025. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who needs it. Also, if you want to see more healthy recipes, check out the playlist on healthy recipes. I have a ton of videos just like this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.